Hello, my name is Tom Lemler. I'm the director of Impact Prayer Ministry, which is a preaching, teaching, and writing ministry designed to connect people with God in a greater way through prayer. As I work on some technologies to enable us to meet together and to pray together online, I wanted to record this brief message to encourage you to keep on praying and never give up. One of my favorite passages, as I've been reflecting on today, is out of the book of Esther. And I keep thinking about that well-known phrase of such a time as this. And we do live in a time that is unprecedented in our lifetime. And I have to wonder if perhaps God is calling you and calling me to step up to such a time as this as we go to Him in prayer. God promises that He's with us always, that He'll hear us, He listens, and He loves us. And prayer is this incredible opportunity to have a conversation with the living God. Not that we're going to boss Him around or tell Him what He has to do, but that we can cry out to Him and know that His presence will be with us, to ask for relief, to ask for help, to ask for comfort, to ask for protection, to ask God to make Himself known through us as we share His love with the people around us who are frightened, who are hurting, who may be sick, or just simply fearful of being sick. And so over the next few days, few weeks, whatever time it takes, I want to get together with you and find ways that we can pray together, that we can go to God in such a time as this, as His servants, as His prayer warriors that would lift up the needs of the people we know, lift up the needs of those who are on the front lines of exposure, and our health and safety workers, lift up our nation and the nation's leaders and the leaders of the world who are also combating this pandemic brought about by COVID-19 and the impact that it'll have, not just now, but long term. And so be watching and praying, watching for ways to connect, watching for opportunities to serve, watching for ways that you can show the love of Jesus to your neighbors, to your friends, to your coworkers who are struggling, and watching for ways to be the church wherever you are. And so as I conclude this brief message, I want to take a moment and just pray together. Father, thank you that you are a God who has called us to yourself, a God that knows long before we did what was going to take place in this very moment. Father, I pray that we would respond as your servants, as your children, that you would equip us to be ready for such a time as this, that you would give us wisdom to know what that even means for us personally. Father, that as we go about restricted life for many of us, and for those that are continuing to work in the essential areas, a life that is perhaps overwhelming. Help us to see our role in this particular time in history. Father, may we represent Jesus well. May we lift up those who are hurting, those who are frightened, those who are confused. Father, I pray specifically for the children among our families at a time where things are just so out of their ordinary schedule. May you surround them with parents and those that love them, that can provide stability, provide wisdom and counsel to them. Father, may we direct all of our concerns, all of our cares to you. As your word has told us that we would cast our cares upon you because you do care for us. So, Father, help us as we figure out what each day should look like, that we would begin it by going to you and asking and listening and responding. Father, may you do great things in our nation. May you keep this virus at bay as much as is feasible. May those who are sick find comfort in you. Father, may you convict us of changes we may need to make that would be able to show your love to people. Father, whatever we set our hand to, may we look to you for ways that it would bring glory to your Son, Jesus. It's in his name that I pray. Amen.